What if your closet was telling a story, and that story wasn't just about fashion, but about you? Hi there, and welcome to Healthwise for Seniors, your space for rediscovering confidence, elegance, and joy after 60. Today's video dives into something that might surprise you. We're not talking about trends or shopping hauls. We're asking a deeper question: what does your closet say about the woman you've become? Now you might be thinking, come on, they're just clothes, I wear what fits, what's the big deal? But here's what we've learned, again and again from the women we speak to: we don't just wear clothes, we wear stories. We wear roles we've played for decades: mother, wife, caretaker. We wear habits. Sometimes we even wear shame. That stretched-out sweater you reach for every Monday morning, maybe it's not just comfortable, maybe it's familiar. Maybe it asks nothing of you, but maybe it also keeps you invisible. And that's why today's video matters. Because this isn't about getting rid of everything and starting over. It's about noticing what we've been holding onto and asking, why? It's about choosing again with intention. Before we dive in, if this message already speaks to you, if you're ready to reconnect with your sense of self through what you wear, go ahead and hit like, share, and subscribe. It helps us keep creating. Your closet isn't just a storage space for clothes. It's a quiet journal of your life, a collection of memories, seasons, and versions of you. There's the cardigan you wore on your first day of retirement, the navy dress you kept because your husband once said, "You look stunning in that," and the soft, worn-out top you wear every week, not because you love it, but because it's just easy. Over time, our closets become filled not only with fabrics, but with the roles we've played: mother, wife, caregiver, professional. And sometimes, what's left hanging there isn't who we are today, it's who we used to be. You keep the loose tops because they're comfortable, but truthfully, they help you hide. You avoid trying on something new, not because you don't like it, but because you're no longer sure it would suit this version of you. And you tell yourself, at this age, does it even matter anymore? But here's the thing, your closet tells a story every morning, whether you're listening or not. And the good news, you get to rewrite that story. You get to choose clothes that reflect who you are now, not who you were 10 years ago. You get to wear color not to look younger, but to feel alive. You get to pick a blouse that makes you stand tall in the mirror and smile because you see yourself again. No, you don't need to buy a whole new wardrobe. Sometimes it just takes one new piece, one intentional choice to shift the way you carry yourself. So the next time you open your closet, pause for a moment, take a deep breath, and ask gently, who do I want to be today, and what would she wear to feel like herself again? We all have pieces hanging in our closet that no longer belong to the woman we are today. That faded floral top you used to love. It once made you feel soft and radiant, but now it simply hangs there, quietly outdated, quietly wrong. That skirt you keep just in case? Deep down, you know the case never comes. And even if it did, you wouldn't feel like yourself in it anymore. Some clothes stop fitting your body. Others stop fitting your life. They were perfect for a version of you who was raising kids, attending PTA meetings, rushing to work, or making casseroles for family potlucks. But now, you've grown. You've softened in some places, become stronger in others. And yet, you're still holding on to clothes that speak to a chapter that has already ended. You may tell yourself, it's still good, it still fits. I might wear it someday. But let's be honest, if you haven't worn it in 2 years, it's not waiting for the right moment. It's waiting for you to say goodbye. Keeping these clothes doesn't just take up space in your closet. It takes up space in your self-image. It says, I don't believe I've changed. I don't believe I deserve new. But you do. You deserve clothes that fit your life now. Clothes that make you feel seen, beautiful, and in tune with the woman you've become. Letting go of old pieces isn't about losing something. It's about creating space for the woman you are today, so she doesn't have to keep dressing like a ghost of who she used to be. Because it's easy. Because reaching for the same worn cardigan or those familiar elastic waist pants feels safe, like muscle memory. You don't have to think. You don't have to wonder if it still looks good or if it still fits your lifestyle. You just slip into it like second skin. Because somewhere along the way, comfort started to mean invisibility. You tell yourself, it's fine, it still works, why complicate things? But fine isn't the same as joyful. And just because something still fits on your body doesn't mean it fits the woman you've become. Sometimes, we keep wearing the same old clothes not because they bring us joy, but because they ask nothing of us. They don't challenge us to be seen. They don't whisper, you're allowed to take up space. They let us fade quietly, unnoticed, until we start believing that's what aging means. And let's not forget the guilt. The guilt of letting go of something that was expensive or once meaningful. The guilt of spending on yourself now when you've spent most of your life giving to others. The quiet voice that says, "You've had your time, don't be selfish. Don't draw attention." So you reach for what's safe, for what keeps you small. But the truth is, dressing in old patterns isn't just a style choice, it's a reflection of how you see yourself. And holding onto those patterns too long can keep you from becoming the woman you're meant to be now. Begin with honesty, not judgment. You're not cleaning out a mess, you're reconnecting with your reflection. Take out 3 pieces you wear the most. Lay them flat. Ask yourself, do these clothes reflect the woman I am today, or just the woman I've gotten used to being? Then find 3 items you haven't worn in over a year, maybe longer. What's the story behind them? Was it a gift you never liked but kept out of guilt? An old dress from your daughter's wedding you couldn't part with? Or something that once fit beautifully, on a body that no longer feels like yours? This isn't about ruthlessly discarding pieces. It's about gently asking, does this still serve me? Does this support the version of me I'm becoming? Set aside a maybe pile. Not everything needs an answer today. Sometimes we need to hold a piece in our hands, feel the fabric, remember who we were when we wore it, before we're ready to let go. But make space. Not just in the closet, but in your perception of yourself. You deserve a wardrobe that supports your now. Not one that apologizes for your age, not one that says, blend in, but one that says, here I am, still evolving, still worthy of being seen. Don't aim for a Pinterest perfect capsule wardrobe. Aim for presence. Clarity. Clothes that feel like you, light, honest, dignified. Because when you make room in your closet, you also make room in your life. For new colors. For softer textures. For a version of you that feels finally, truly home. Don't overthink it. You're not redoing your whole wardrobe. You're simply choosing one piece, a single blouse, a cardigan, a soft knit top that feels like you, here and now. Pick something that makes you stand taller. That makes your shoulders fall back, your chin lift, your eyes soften. It doesn't have to be trendy. It doesn't even have to be new. But it does have to speak to the version of yourself you still want to honor. Look for color, not because it makes you look younger, but because it brings light to your skin and maybe even to your spirit. A soft rose, a calm cream, a navy that feels timeless. Colors that don't try too hard but remind you you're still allowed to be noticed. Choose texture you want to feel against your skin. A blouse that drapes with kindness, not stiffness. A fabric that moves with you, not fights you. Comfort isn't the enemy of elegance, it's the foundation of it. Pay attention to shape. Does it follow your silhouette without suffocating it? Does it allow for movement? Because life still needs room to breathe. Try it on in front of a mirror you usually avoid. Notice not the wrinkles or the weight, but the way your expression changes when something feels right. When something feels like yours. Because that's what this is about. Not dressing up to prove anything, but dressing to remember. I still get to choose how I show up in the world, and today, I choose to show up fully as me. Maybe today's video wasn't really about clothing after all. Maybe it was about recognition. About looking into your closet and realizing that the person